Hola, hola, my name is Ramon, cosmetic chemist, esthetician, lover of all things beauty. Here we are at the end of 2023. We're doing my year-end review, favorite skincare launches and product discoveries of the year. I've already done cleansers, check the description box and the playlist to go watch that video if you haven't already. But today we're talking about my favorite product category, toners and essences and mists. Realistically, again, I feel like this year was a slower year in terms of me trying a lot of new skincare or seeing a lot of new launches. I don't know what that was all about, but there were still a lot of bangers in my opinion this year, especially a lot of, I feel like I noticed a very specific trend across all skincare categories, which I'll talk about in a little bit. As always, all products are linked in the description box. And let's start with toners. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this product is my favorite skincare product of the year. It's my favorite toner and therefore that's why it's featured in this video. From Junsung, this is the Soothing Moisture Skin Essence. I bought this on YesStyle on a whim. I think I just looked up the word essence. I'm like, what's new? I didn't recognize the brand before, and I was like, let me try it out. Glass skin in a bottle. I've raved about this on my Instagram and TikTok already before, but this is just a really hydrating, juicy texture essence. It really verges on just a thicker gel toner, honestly, in my opinion. This gives you that glowy, juicy glass skin look. Ingredients wise, this does feature niacinamide. It features collagen in there, it features ceramides, a bunch of botanical extracts to help soothe and condition the skin. But overall, especially here now in the winter time, if you want a more lightweight essence that's still very, very juicy, still very, I don't want to say creamy, but it's creamy low-key on the skin, this is a really good option without being a cream or milky toner essence situation. Also, I mean, fairly affordable for 150 ml. It's about $20 on YesStyle. As always, I always have a discount code for you guys down in the description box. But favorite product discovery of the year, and again, I bought this just on a whim to try it out, and it was a banger. A very close second, and this is actually my favorite treatment toner of the year, from Soft Services. This is their Clearing Mist Medicated Breakout Tonic. This is technically for the body. This is intended to be used on the back and the chest or whatever. So I got this in PR, kind of didn't think much about it, and then one day I looked at it and I was like, let me try this out because I love a mist. I love anything in the form of a mist. Really what stood out to me was 1% salicylic acid, so a lower percentage, therefore more daily usage of it. It has 2% zinc PCA, it has niacinamide, it also has tea tree oil and some other it's a very simple ingredients list, but a lot of things that focus on blemish prone skin. And what I liked about this is that I could use this twice a day, every day, and it wouldn't irritate my skin. I never felt like it really burned or irritated my skin ever, even in the midst of using retinoids or other exfoliants. And I feel like when I use this on a very, very regular basis, I feel like my complexion just looked really, really even, and I didn't have really any breakouts, to be honest. So this was top of my list, and it's almost done. I'm gonna have to order another one, and I'm actually gonna get this for my brother as well. And I did mention this actually in a couple of my body care videos of the year, but very, very top 2 favorite skincare products of the year, period. I love toners. Sticking to really fun product discoveries from Thayers, their Hydrating Milk Toner. I mentioned I was in Seattle at Vgreen and I looked over and I saw this big ass bottle from Thayers and I was like, when did Thayers launch milk toners, first of all? And the texture of this is really, really nice. It really is a blend of, if a moisturizer was thin enough to be put in a toner bottle, it's a very, very nourishing, milky toner texture. And I feel really bad for Thayers, actually. They're having to do this entire remarketing campaign around what their brand is, because everyone for the longest time associated Thayers with that really astringent witch hazel toner. And now they're trying to come out of the woodwork and be like, we're a lot more than that. We have really nourishing formulas, which they have really great formulas. There's this, they have a few different moisturizers I really like too. But this was a banger, big ass bottle. Again, this is one of those, this is giving prequel, use on the face and body kind of situation. And it's a really simple formula, fragrance free, alcohol free, great for sensitive skin. It has snow mushroom, hyaluronic acid, so really, really hydrating and nourishing on the skin again. Again, I mentioned it's giving if a moisturizer was milky, but it's not greasy, which I like as well. So overall, really, really, really love this product. My only issue with this is sometimes it does soap, which basically means, let's say you're layering skincare, you have a hydrating toner underneath this, you take this and rub it on top, it starts to lather a little bit. There's formulation things you can do to prevent that, which I'm just like, why didn't they? But that's the only caveat behind this. That's not a big issue for me. Very, very great product if you're looking for a more affordable milky toner that's really nourishing. Honorable mention this year from Junsung again. I posted about the first essence, my star product, and the owner of the brand reached out to me on Instagram. He was like, thank you so much. I really appreciate the love. I would love to send you our other products. So if you're looking for an actual milk essence version of Junsung, they have this. It's the Brightening Moisture Enrich Serum. It says serum, it's giving milky toner. And I think the main feature behind this is that it has more niacinamide and it's more of an emulsion texture, so it's going to have a little bit more of a moisturizing effect on the skin. One of the things I mentioned earlier in the video is I'm noticing a big trend across skincare, and the category is, I don't want to say CeraVe dupes, but very in that vein of milk cleansers, creamy toners, nourishing moisturizers. Like there's a big deviance away from like very foaming, very astringent like skincare products, and I think the overall trend is just like very, very nourishing textures. So I feel like I'm seeing a lot of milky, creamy toners and essences and all that, which isn't bad, but as an oily skin person, for me, there's a time and a place. But I like that this one is, again, very lightweight. I like the focus more on skincare. It really does tread the world between this is a milky toner, but it's also, it has a good amount of actives to help benefit the skin as well. But in a very similar vein from Coats, I have their Gentle Hydrating Toning Milk. I didn't think much of this when I first started using this. I was like, oh, it's a really nice milky toner texture. And then I looked at the Inky list, and this features mandelic acid. It features hyaluronic acid, ceramide, vitamin C in the form of 3-O-ethylscorbic acid, has niacinamide, and I was like, oh, this is like an all-in-one daily serum meets toner, but in a creamy texture. So it's more of an emulsion style product. So it's a little bit more nourishing. Again, there's that keyword, nourishing. So aside from that, I think it's a really interesting concept because it really is a nourishing milky toner, but it's targeted toward those who might have issues around pores or texture or blemishes, which if you have dry acne prone skin, it's like the best of all worlds for you. I feel like you don't see a lot of products that really cater to you. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, love that. Again, milky toner, but really focusing on a lot of actives to benefit the skin. Really cool seeing brands do that now. So this I really started using maybe back in October. I bought this in Korea last year because I liked the packaging and the name of it. This is from Day%, the Milky Moisture Jelly Skin. Spoiler alert, this is really hard to get unless you're in Korea or East Asia, I'm pretty sure. But I bought this while I was at Olive Young in Seoul just because I thought the name and the packaging was really cute. And this is kind of like if a milky toner was a little bit more jelly-like in texture. It's very, very hydrating on the skin. It gives the skin a nice bounce. It's a very plushy texture. It smells delicious. Kind of smells like coconutty, vanilla-y. Like it actually does give kind of like sunbum category, that world of smell. But to me, I just love that tropical element of it, and it just looks great on the skin. It feels great on the skin, and I'm really disappointed. I actually cannot tell you where to buy this if you are not in Korea, because I looked on YesStyle, even Olive Young, like the global website, cannot find it. So if you have this and you've been able to get it and you're not in Korea, let us know how so that if other subscribers want to get it, they can find it. A very viral product on TikTok and Instagram that I actually understand the virality behind it. This is from Mixsoon. This is their Bean Essence. I bought this in Seoul last year as well. I believe I bought this at Sephora. And because I bought their sunscreen as well, I saw this and I'm like, oh, I love an S. Again, sometimes I see the word essence, I automatically reach for it. And I didn't realize this was like the snail essence dupe until very recently. My husband was like, oh, everyone's talking about that Mixsoon essence. I really do like it. And it has that viscosity of it's a little bit sticky. It is really hydrating on the skin. I love that when it goes on the skin, it gives you that automatic like glistening, glowy glass look. It's hydrating is the main thing I'd say behind it. Most of the other products I mentioned here, they're nourishing. They feature other actives to benefit pores, texture, pigmentation. For me, this really just functions around strictly hydrating the skin. Not a lot of bells and whistles. But beyond that, it's not like a super thin, liquidy, like toner essence texture. There's a little bit of body to it because it is sticky. So if you want a vegan alternative to snail essence, this is a really good option. And another favorite of the year that fits in the same category from Vgreen, they have their toner, which was another favorite of mine this last year. It's their Nature Mucin Essence. And that one specifically focuses around wild yam root extract. Yam is an ingredient I'm seeing a few brands launch in Korea, especially those focused on more nourishing and soothing components. Another spoiler alert, another feature in here is from Isntree. It's their yam root essence toner. But the Vgreen one, it leans very similarly to this Mixsoon one where it has like a jelly texture. It's very hydrating and it has that tacky texture that's very similar to snail mucin, but it really focuses on hydration. I will say the Vgreen one also helps to soothe the skin, whereas the Mixsoon one I don't think has that benefit to it. The Vgreen one also has panthenol in it, as well as arginine, hyaluronic acid, a few different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid. So again, that one really conditions the skin, hydrates at a few different levels. So to me, that one is a little bit more something, is a little bit more nourishing. So I think I like that one more for the winter time. I did empty that one though, so I don't have it on me. And then again, as I mentioned, spoiler, from Isntree, the Yam Root Vegan Milk Toner. This is a milky toner. I don't know if you could hear. It's a lightweight, but it has the texture of like oat milk, if I can give you a reference. This features the yam root extract in there. Again, it focuses on nourishing and supporting skin barrier, but also really, really soothing the skin. It has 80% of that yam root extract in there, if you were wondering. Aside from that, it has ceramides, it has cholesterol, it has fatty acids. So this is very much a milky barrier toner that also features ingredients to help soothe the skin. I just like the fact it's a good sizable bottle. You get 200 ml in this. This costs $10, $12 on YesStyle right now. So it's a good amount of product. Scented sensitive skin friendly. This is also vegan. This yam root line from them I really liked. I like the cleanser a lot. This is just a really nice texture, really nice formula. This is a nourishing texture, so it does have more of that emulsion creamy texture to it. It's not as light as some of the other products I mentioned, but again, if you are focusing on supporting or repairing a damaged skin barrier, compromised skin barrier, wanting to soothe your skin, this is a really nice Korean formula. One product discovery from the year that I love, but it's really pricey, from Sulwhasoo. This is their first care activating serum. I love a first essence product. You guys know that, especially like the Secret Key Starting Treatment Essence, the Misha first essences. This lives in that world for me, but it gives luxury self-care. This one's, it's pricey. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not cheap. But what I also love about it is that even with the instructions, they understand this is really going to start your day, and just kickstarting your skincare routine, but also there's a self-care element to it. One of the instructions is literally pump this in your hands, work it between your fingers, apply it to your face, but really inhale that scent to it. So they know they're giving you self-care. So for me, that's amazing. I just love the texture of it. It's very lightweight. It's nourishing. It's hydrating. It lives in that world of first essence to me, and I will always love that. So in terms of a first essence product, which I don't have any new discoveries of the year outside of this one, this takes the cake for that category. Pricey, worth it. Getting to mists now. Again, I love a mist. These are some of my favorites outside of the soft services one from Aestura. This is their ATOBarrier 365 Cream Mist. This is just a cream mist. It's a cream toner and a mist version. The ATOBarrier, whatever you call it. The whole line is really about supporting skin barrier. I love the cream from that line. This really fits in that world of, it's really lightweight on the skin. It's a really nice, even mist. It's it's not an aggressive mist. We know how I feel about those. But it's very simple, to the point, mist cream toner. I don't know how else to like really rephrase that to you. If something's in a mist bottle, I'm gonna like it a little bit more. I'm just a little bit lazy like that. This texture in the formula, again, really focuses on supporting skin barrier, really soothing the skin. It's very nourishing without being too heavy. Don't know how else to word that. I don't want you to judge me for this one. I really do not want you to judge me for this one. I hate myself for this, trust me. From La Mer, I have the mists. I really have not talked a lot about La Mer on this channel, if at all ever. Because of Sephora Squad, I did get the opportunity to receive a good amount of the products in PR. And while I just did say the words that if something comes in a mist version, I will love it a little bit more. This is a nice formula. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is nice. Is it worth the price point? That is very much dependent on the person, the consumer, the demographic that La Mer is really tailoring themselves to. But in terms of if the product is nice and if I like it, the answer is yes. Looking at the breakdown of this, if you don't know, La Mer's whole thing is this thing called miracle broth. And miracle broth is they have this algae that basically ferments, but while it does that, they expose it to a specific light, and I don't know if it's like a specific wavelength thing as well as a pattern thing, but also specific sounds. I don't know if that's again a wavelength thing or a tone thing, I don't know. But that's the magic of the miracle broth. Overall, the whole point of the miracle broth is it helps to like really soothe the skin. It helps, like I said, a cellular level to do something. I don't know the tea. Do I believe it all? I don't know. But do I believe this is a really nice toner mist? Yes. Aside from that miracle broth though, looking at the ingredients list, this does have niacinamide. It has a few different extracts, seed oils, that's interesting. It also has a lot of natural moisturizing factors in there. So fundamentally, it's going to support skin moisturization. It's going to help support skin hydration. It's a very lightweight formula. Like, it's very watery in the bottle, but on the skin, it does feel like it has a little bit more of a substantial, like I always talk about on my channel, I love something that feels a little bit more syrupy. With the Jing Junsung essence, the reason this is my favorite is because it has a syrupy-ish texture that is very hydrating on the skin. It feels very plush, very luxe. And this gives me a very slight element of that. It's like a little bit more than just water in a bottle. So, I'm ashamed of this. I really am. This kind of goes back to when I like discovered like SK2 is actually a really nice product. Is it worth the price point? That's dependent on you, the demographic, the consumer, who they're trying to like base their products towards. This isn't for everyone, but she's nice. And the last product is one, again, I don't have, and it fits in the mist category from the Alba, the First Spray Serum. It has serum in the name, and to me, it fits in that world of toner, but it's a bi-phase toner. So you have the aqueous phase and you have the oil phase. You shake it up and you mist it. It's a hydrating toner, but because of the oil portion of it, it's a little bit more to the skin. It gives a little bit light hydration. And so because it's not a full-on emulsion, it doesn't feel as heavy as a cream mist does or a cream toner does. So therefore, if you find a textural issue with those, a bi-phase mist or toner might be a lot more beneficial for you. But on top of that, to me, I love specifically the skin prep, but also on top of makeup. That bi-phase thing, it just gives you the most beautiful glass skin glow over makeup. So it's a beautiful, refreshing mist, which is really why it's one of my favorites for the year. I did finish both bottles I have. I'm gonna be real, it has a very long inky list. The whole thing behind is the white truffle extract in it, which in itself provides a lot of antioxidant benefits to the skin. So to me, this is like a toner meets like day spray. It's a good skin prep for like pre-sunscreen. I love that with the Alba sunscreen. Beautiful for glowy skin. Very lightweight, but very, very like glowy, radiant skin. You also have a few different seed oils in there, conditioning botanical extracts, hyaluronic acid. So yeah, it's a robust inky list. It's a Korean product, so we always expect that. But it just gives you luxe. It gives you really, really expensive. To me, it's a very high quality luxe product, and I just really like that experience of the products right now. That's where I am in my life. And overall, I mean, for the price point, it's not really expensive either. So I like it really balances those two worlds, gives you luxury experience without having to spend the luxury price points. But with that, those are my favorite toners, mist, and essences of the year. I mean, broad category of products here, ranging from really lightweight, not a lot of treatment products this year, because again, the main focus of this year was very nourishing, cream focused, very, very emulsion based, very milky. Some really cool things I did notice. Obviously, we're noticing a big trend. Snail mucin is very, very huge still, and I think a lot of brands are trying to give vegan alternatives to that, thus Mixsoon, thus Vgreen. A lot of products that are nourishing but also still have actives in them, like the coats, like the Junsung, the creamy version. And again, my superstar skincare product of the year from Junsung, the Soothing Moisture Skin Essence. Just some, you know, I just love a random discovery that just hits it out of the park. But that being said, let me know down below in the comment section what some of your favorite toners, mists, and essences of the year were. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't find more essences. To me, I think essences are actually my favorite kind of product category, but I feel this year was more toner heavy. Sorry about that. But I want to hear what you guys really enjoyed. Sound off in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you know when I post not only more skincare, sunscreen, and beauty related content on my channel, but also to be notified when the rest of my favorite skincare products of 2023 videos come out. Again, this was toners. I've already done cleansers. That means I still got serums, moisturizers, and of course sunscreen, so hit the notification bell to know when those go live. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.